to go do the draft challenge.
I really want to draft.
Yeah. I'm going to first pick a Chrome Steed. All right, now the game is underway. Matt Landstrom starts things off. He plays a Black Leaf Cliffs, gets a Pulse Tracker on the table, and passes the turn. Drew Levin follows that up by playing a Terramorphic Expanse and passing the turn right back. Matt gets in there for 2, pretty aggressive start. It's like playing a 2-power 1-drop. And then he plays Calastria Highborn. Now, Calastria Highborn is obviously a good card for just its basic text, but it gets really absurd when you start thinking about its applications with cards like Bloodghast and Viserys here. Matt Landstrom's deck is well equipped to take advantage of those types of combo plays, and he's going to really do some damage with that Highborn.
One of the things that's really exciting about the Black-Red Vampires list, in terms of as an aggressive deck, is that with cards like Bloodghast, it can really just dodge a lot of the creature kill that happen at it. And then also with cards like the Calastria Highborn, it often means that it can come back from these games where even if you kill their creatures, as a parting shot, the Highborn will finish you off. So in this the draft challenge that happens, there's 2 draft challenges today. The winner will get $500 and 10 open points, but $1,000 is given out at each one. Now the 10 open points, for the people that are really serious about this event, it means that you're actually able to have a real shot of getting a lot of points here. If you're not doing very well in the Legacy, you can hop out into the second draft challenge and pick up potentially 10 points.
I mean, that's a hefty number of points, too.
And right here, there's a possibility of a Dark Tutelage, which doesn't seem unreasonable to me.
Yeah, I think he knows Drew's list, so I think he should just be doing math. The last card out of his hand should be Dark Tutelage. He should be doing math and thinking, okay, what is the series of plays that ends my opponent's life the
Good point.
the
Good point.
fastest,
Very
you
good
know?
point.
Like, and that is certainly the series of plays that does
Yeah.
that.
And look at that there now. He's the Viscera Seer Calastria Highborn combo, which with another swamp in play would be able to just fireball his opponent for 8. So he's actually threatening,
Lethal.
at this point, lethal. That's 1 damage, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well, if he plays a
6,
swamp.
6, 7. He actually doesn't even need it. He's got it on the table even without the swamp. He's got 7 power in attacking, and he's got 3 black sources.
You're right.
So he can go and get the 13 in right now. He draws, he looks at it, and goes for the kill.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically nothing that Drew can do here.
He lays the land, says go, and Drew says, I'm done.
Yeah. Now, that's the power of Highborn in this type of match.
Yeah, the fireball effect, you know, it's a drain ball. And you, of course, need to have your combo with the Viscera Seer to do it, but also just as the way to be like, oh, you blew up my creatures, take some damage.
Yeah. Now, we have another giveaway of Star City Games Premium now during the finals. I'm going to ask this question now during the sideboarding. So, everybody get ready. Yesterday, we watched a win-and-in match, and the player that won that was the match that we covered in the quarterfinals. The same player won both matches, and he won an excellent comeback from behind match in the quarterfinals. And he was playing Burroughs this tournament. What is his name?
Could you repeat the question? Repeat the question.
Who made the top 8 of the Star City Games Indianapolis Standard Open playing Burroughs? The hashtag you should be using is SCGINDY STD Finals. Again, that's SCGINDY STDFINALS.
And if you go over to Twitter right now to both SCGINDY or SCG Live, that hashtag is repeated there.
Thank you. In the background here, we see a Ben Bleiweiss, just for a moment. Small glimmer. Also, if you cannot find the hashtag anywhere on the website, you can find it on the screen you're watching now, directly under the Versus. Now, that game was very concise. Black Red Vampires just rolled over Drew there. And that's something we've been seeing throughout the tournament, is Valakut just dying in game 1 to these aggressive decks that kill them on turn 4.
Well, I mean, in a lot of ways, what's happening for a Valakut deck is essentially playing a solitaire game against those decks. You know, daring them to try
Especially
to kill.
in game 1.
Yeah, daring them to try to kill them. Well, only in game 1, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, daring them to try to kill them before they get killed.
But post-board, he gets some action. It's also interesting that post-board, Matt Landstrom has some cards that are, I don't know, I'd like to see if Demon at Death's Gate works out. If he plays it, there's pretty much no way Drew could ever win, right? If he plays like a turn 2 Demon at Death's Gate.
It seems pretty good, but it also seems like a card that, if you're only running 2 copies, it's just not something you can count on for that turn 2.
I like 2 copies, though. A lot of people play 4, and you see games where people lose with that card in their hand, and if it was another guy that could actually beat, they would have won.
Remember in Kansas City, Caleb gave me that 406?
Yeah, this that giveaway. And could you repeat that question? The giveaway that we're going to have is going to be for 1 year of premium.
The trivia question is, who made the top 8 of this tournament playing Burroughs?
I was in it for a little bit, but it was just a terrible game.
I was in it for a little bit too, and then it was new, and I was out.
Okay, as Matthew Landstrom and Drew Levin shuffle up, we've got quite a few people that are on the SCGINDY STD Finals hashtag that have thrown out their answers for a potential 1 year of free premium. And when Rashad gives us a go-ahead, we'll let you know who wins that. It will be at the very end of the match. Rashad has already determined the winner.
I did beat an Emrakul by him show and telling.
Haven't you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm told by Rashad that he has not. My bad.
Not
My bad,
yet
kids.
chosen.
Like one table fetch land plus in hand fetch land.
Ah, I see.
No, I passed my figure.
There can only be one, though.
Put him to 18.
It's like the Highlander.
621.
And then I had 2 bolts.
Of course, there's a secret order of people who have won a year of free
He
premium
might have been a little missed.
via
Yes.
SCG Live. There have only been 2 so far that have been inducted into the secret order, but there will be many more throughout the course of this year.
I hit him for 2. While I played 2 Zekro Shrines.
No, because 2 of them declined
It's just like
their induction into
best
the
deck
secret
ever.
order. Come on.
I can't imagine why you lost with that.
I kept looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't seem good at all. No, trust me, it's savage.
Hissing Needle. Name Zektar Train Expedition.
Now, Drew's game 2 gets a lot better here.
Absolutely.
Do you think he's going to play around the demon at all?
How do you play around the demon? You already want to pyroclasm early. I mean, you do that anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like the lack of a Colony Garden is going to come to get me in this match.
The demon just gets you, I guess, right?
Pretty much. I mean, the
But it
thing
has
is,
to be early enough.
it has to be early enough.
Once again, this is Jacob Van Lunen. I'm here with Adrian Sullivan, and we're at the Star City Games Open Series in Indianapolis. This is the Standard Open. The whole tournament happened yesterday, but we've been covering the semifinals and finals this morning. After we're done with this, we're going to bring you guys some great, exciting, and interesting Legacy coverage.
Yeah.
Legacy is one of those formats where every single turn is like a whole new game. There's so much happening. People are spinning tops and like brainstorming before their counterbalance trigger resolves, and casting dazes and force of wills, and it's just a crazy, crazy game. And I feel like everybody always has 7 cards in their hand, and every card always matters. And
I actually think it's one of the most skill-testing games ever. Here we've got the beginning of this match, or beginning of this second game. Drew Levin starts out with 2 forests, and Matt Landstrom has a pulse tracker and a swamp. And the same kind of opening as before. The Highborn comes out. Like right here, for example, if I had a Pyroclasm, I would just do it.
oh yeah, I would without a doubt.
I mean, I think that that's going to be the case any time that there's 2 creatures in play. I would just do it.
You simply just have to.
Cast a Harrow.
I mean, if he has a Plasma in hand, you just...
I mean, just the amount of time it buys you is pretty insane. Now, the question about, burning a Pyroclasm or a Slagstrom on one creature is more interesting. And I think a lot of those times you might even just do that, depending on what the creature is.
Yeah,
If you've got a backup Pyroclasm, I probably would just do it. If you don't, I would probably sandbag it for a second. Okay, he does not have...
that's like super dependent on the game state, though. Like it takes a lot of balls to Pyroclasm away one dude against the black-red vampire.
If you've got a backup Pyroclasm, I wouldn't have a problem doing it. That's what making my...
But then you're just like wasting the first one. You're like, well, I don't need this one because I have another one. You might as well like get value out of both of them.
Why? I mean, you only care about buying yourself enough time to survive.
You actually buy yourself more time by sandbagging it, just a little bit. The deck plays 4 cards like Harrow and things like that that allow it to like have action and Pyroclasm on the same turn. So it doesn't look like Drew really has the answers that he would need.
I don't see any Clasms. There's 4 mana. Baloth. There we go. That's a start. It might suck up a grasp or a go for the throat. And it does.
So Matt just takes away that 4 life that Drew gained. I want it back.
I mean, from Drew's perspective, that's not a good thing, but at the same time, he got another opportunity to... I mean, he actually didn't develop his mana there, did he? Because he already had the 4 mana the previous turn. So that means he does not have a land in play, or in his hand. It's very dangerous. He's got a Harrow in his hand. As we're watching this match, we've got the draft challenge people filing into the room. Our own inimitable Ricky has shown up with the cheesehead that I gave him yesterday. Yeah, he looks pretty happy, but I guess it was 2 days ago I gave him the cheesehead. He's a Packers fan, as were most of the people in the top 8, actually. I believe in our poll that we were giving them, there were 5 Packers fans.
2 fans of Legacy.
2 fans of Legacy over the Packers or the Steelers, right?
And Chris Anderson is a big fan of baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got 2 points of mana development here, where we have Overgrown Battlement and a land. This battlement also gets taken out. Drew's life is getting pretty whittled down to a pretty low level. He'll be down to 9 after this attack. Maybe...
Well, I mean, he could also activate the Lothclaw Reaches, and right now he could get in for an extra 3 damage.
I don't think he has a second red. It looks like the only one red.
Well, he has Dragon Skull Summon in his hand.
Oh, does he have Dragon Skull? I didn't see it. Okay. There he goes.
Now,
activates the Dragon Skull Summit.
Yep.
Attacks.
And he's going to pump it.
Threatens to kill him next turn.
Yep. He says, all right, I have lethal damage on the board. Go.
Drew cast the Harrow that he held earlier. This is going to allow him to go up to 6 mana. If he draws a land, he'll have enough mana for Avenger of Zendikar.
Does he have a Primeval Titan? Or
I couldn't tell. I only saw the Avenger of Zendikar. It's possible he also has a Primeval. But I actually don't know that Primeval. If he had the 7th mana, I would go with the Avenger first.
I'm at 6.
now, this game is really tight right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, Drew's probably gonna have to swag some.
There it is. There's the 7th one. I would just cast the Avenger, actually. There we go.
Oh, he's got an Avenger already in hand.
Matt is unhappy with that, but there's the Viscera Seer for the kill.
And that's it.
There we go.
We have a new Star City Games Standard Open champion. Matt Landstrom takes it down playing Black-Red Vampires.
Now, your impulse was to cast the Slagstorm that Drew Levin had drawn. And if he had done
Well, I
that...
didn't know he had the Avenger in his hand.
Okay, yeah, but, okay.
Yeah.
So, you would have said Avenger as well there, then?
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like...
I mean, but in that case, both of our plays there opened it up for the Viscera Seer to kill us. Now, on the other hand, if we cast the Slagstorm, right, as none of us, as neither Drew nor you nor